Hi there, today I'm going to show you how to make this quick and easy birthday card using the Create a Cupcake stamp set, coordinating punches, and designer series paper. To get started, we're going to use some of the Birthday Basics designer series papers, and this is cut 2 inches by 5 1/4. And there's lots of great patterns, and I think I'm going to use the candles and the balloons for this card. I like to layer these on a sheet of Whisper White cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, so I can wrap my ribbon all the way around. Add adhesive around your edges and line one up at the top and the other at the bottom. And I'm going right to the bottom of the Whisper White cardstock. If I had a little gap here in the middle, like right there, my ribbon's going to cover that up, so I don't mind. And then you can turn this over, and if you have a little bit of the paper going out beyond the edge, just trim it with your scissors to clean that up. I'm going to use Gumball green satin stitched ribbon, and I'm going to go all the way around and tie a knot in the front. Use your ribbon scissors to trim. Because the ribbon goes all the way around the card, you can scoot it and slide it up to get it in the right position. Use your pokey tool to lift up the glue dot. Lift up your ribbon and just tuck it right under. Now there are lots of great colors in this paper, and you could layer onto Gumball green, summer starfruit, or raspberry ripple. I think that's also Bermuda Bay. But I'm going to layer mine onto Whisper White cardstock because I think it brightens up the card just a little bit. I'm going to add taper on all your edges. The Whisper White cardstock is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and it's scored down the middle at 4 1/4. And we're just going to layer this right on top. We're going to use a stamp set called Create a Cupcake, scrap Whisper White cardstock, raspberry ripple for the cake topping. You're just going to tap tap and press firmly on your cardstock. We're going to use summer starfruit for the cupcake base. Tap tap and press firmly on the cardstock. This is the Cupcake Punch. It punches the bottom of the cupcake, the top, sprinkles, a little cherry, and a candle. You're going to slide this up to open the punch. You're going to slide the paper in from the top, and see that little candle part there? If I had stamped this closer to that, I might have punched before I was ready. So I'm just going to punch out the top, and then we're going to slide this one in from the side and punch out the bottom. We're going to layer the cupcake pieces on top of Whisper White cardstock. We do have a punch that will punch out a circle shape, but I wanted one slightly larger, so I used the circle Framelits. I used the circle 4 sizes up from the smallest. We're going to use Stampin Dimensionals. Add the bottom of the cupcake and then the top, and you can tuck under the top so you see that little scallopy edge of the cupcake liner, or you can go over the top. Either one is fine. So I'm going to tuck this under just a teensy bit. We're going to layer this onto Bermuda Bay cardstock, and this is punched with the 2 3/8 scallop circle punch. Just regular adhesive around the edges, in the middle, and then center that. And I want to add a little bit of piercing in the scallops, so I'm going to use my piercing mat and my paper piercing tool, and I'm just going to pierce in each of these scallops. There you go. Grab some more dimensionals, and we're going to layer this right here. Go back to our scrap Whisper White cardstock. We're going to use Bermuda Bay ink tap tap on the ink pad. We're going to punch that out with the modern label punch. You can center your greeting inside the opening and do a half squeeze on your punch to check for placement and then punch that out. More dimensionals, and we're going to add the greeting right about here. Now one thing I've noticed is that when I added my dimensionals to the back, there isn't one right here. So it seems like this is kind of a little bit floaty. So I'm going to tuck under another dimensional and I'm going to use my pokey tool. So I'm just going to lift off the front backing. So now that sticky is exposed. Lift that up and then just tuck that under. That way it stays nice and secure on the front of the card. So now we're going to stamp the inside and the envelope to match. The inside piece of Whisper White cardstock is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going back to the Bermuda Bay ink. This is my greeting for the inside. I'm going to make sure that it's on the acrylic block straight by stamping first on my grid paper. So I'm going to line up the edge of the acrylic block to one of the lines on the grid paper. And then that'll tell me if it's on the block straight. Now I can use my grid paper, line this up to make sure it's straight. Tap tap on the ink pad. So I'm actually making sure that the edge of this block is parallel to the top of the cardstock. And give that just a tiny little wiggle. I'm using Summer Starfruit for the base of the cupcake. Raspberry Ripple for the top. And I'm going to use a little candle to add to the cupcake. Now you can see there's the flame part of the candle and then there's the actual candle. Because there's a clear division between the two, I can use my ink pads to ink them up separately. So I'm going to turn the ink pad to the side. See how you can see the edge of that candle? So I can place it right on the ink pad like that and then just tap tap. So I have ink on the candle. I go back to Summer Starfruit and turn it, and I'm just inking up that little top part. I have to turn it so I can see it first. And so now I have both color inks, and I'm going to tilt this just slightly. Add adhesive around the edges and layer this to the inside. Now even though the inside of the card is Whisper White and the base of the card is Whisper White, I still like to add that second layer because the top of the card can get a little top heavy, and I think this dirties it up a bit. Plus, if I make a mistake on this, it's easy for me to just do another one and put it on the inside. Now I stamped the envelope exactly the same as the inside. I hope you enjoyed this project. For more ideas, please visit me at KeenanCreations.com. Thanks and have a great day.